Yo, 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 what's up, you guys? This is Andrea 3 Stacks, and we're back with a new episode of Overly Conversated on the delicious vinyl station powered by Dash Radio. And today we have a very special guest. This guy right here was nominated for Double XL's freshman cover. He now works with the likes of Wondagurl and Eastbound. Please, let's welcome Tre Capital to the building.
Thank you for the introduction.
Hey.
What's crazy?
Tre Capital with me.
Thank you for being here. Let's all introduce ourselves.
Say what's up. Well,
Say what's up. Say what's up.
Go ahead.
It's Victoria Victron V12 in the building.
Oh. Tre Capital in the building. You already know. Thank you guys for having me.
Man,
Thanks for
pleasure
being
to have
here.
you here, bro. This Reek R33KZ.
Oh, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Santino, a.k.a. Buttermilk Jesus, a.k.a. Lil Shirt, a.k.a. Lil Half Court Violation. We out here, we doing our thing.
That's why you said Lil Sherm.
You really just made them up right now, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hydraulics.
Yo, what's good? It's DJ Hydraulics. How y'all doing today?
We are great,
And we don't have
guys.
Young Gerald in the building, but we got the homie Drew. What's happening?
Drew.
Drew in the
Good,
house. Shout out
Andrew's the
Drew.
other camera recording?
I hope so.
Okay.
Drew's got it.
I shouldn't have said that on air, but I was kind of like
Whatever.
worried.
We're
I just had to make
professional.
sure.
We have to make sure that shit is right.
Absolutely.
All right, yeah. So let's get to it. What is your first, like one of your first memories of hip hop?
Oh man, first memory of hip hop has got to come from probably from my dad, you know, because he's an artist as well. So I'm pretty sure my mom would tell me all the time, like when I was a kid, probably like 3-4 years old. She'll be like, I'm surprised your eardrums haven't just completely blown out. Just because he's playing music so much and so frequently. So, I mean, that I could really recall would probably be like, yeah, like some of my dad's shit for sure.
That's tight.
And
My
for
bad.
people
Can I
who
curse? I'm
don't
sorry.
know, yes, of course.
Okay,
Like
okay, I'm
encourage
sorry.
it. I'm always the
I
one
was
cussing
like,
the
I already
most.
blew it.
She always cusses the most, so you good.
Okay, we're good. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say for the people who don't know, your dad's
Oh man,
Exhibit,
absolutely.
X
Yeah,
to
my
the
dad,
Z.
my dad is Exhibit. You know, if you can't tell, if you put our faces next to each other, you know what I'm saying?
Identical.
Then identical.
I was gonna
yeah.
say
For
you're
the
mini
people that
X to the
don't
Z,
know,
bro.
it's kind of weird. Like, dude, people see pictures of us all the time, so people are so surprised. They're like, I never knew that. I'm like, damn, okay, it's all good.
Like it's written all over
It's-
my face.
Yeah, like,
like-
yeah, literally, we have the same face, nose, you
Yeah,
know,
it's the same facial structure.
eyes, everything. You know.
That's
Nah,
it.
but yeah, shout out Pops, man. You know.
all day.
Definitely a West Coast legend.
No, really.
Super legend.
Paparazzi still go. I love that song. It's one
Yo,
of my favorites.
Restless. I was
Oh,
just
Restless LP so good.
Restless. All of the projects are incredible, but Restless,
That's
Napalm, fucking Man vs. Machine, all of them are just too crazy.
It's facts. I say it
Super-
all the
super
time.
facts.
Underrated. Underrated.
Extremely.
But yeah, so you're really into producers as well. So
Yeah.
I know that like you've worked with Charlie He and Wondagurl. Why do you admire like Black Milk and Wondagurl in particular?
Well, for me, like, okay, Black Milk. To answer your entire question, like, I grew up listening to Black Milk. Like, he's in my top 5. You know, so
Legend.
So
Pretty
super
much.
legend. You know, so when I was like trying to study as much as I could, like, you know, I didn't get a chance to really like interact and talk to him. You know, I would like email music, try to be frequent, but I feel like you get everything from them in the music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could listen to a whole album and then just be like, okay, the same things I would ask him, he just told me in this song, like, you know. And that opened my perspective to beats because I wanted to be a producer, but I was too lazy. I was playing basketball, smoking weed. Like I don't have the tolerance and like the patience to really get into production, but I had the ear for it. So, you know, my first tape, I'd be like SoundClick beats. You know, for the people, like you can go online and someone's leasing a beat for like $250 with the tag in it. We'll just rip it, rap on it. Like that's what I started with. So then when you start working with like Wondagurl or Charlie or those people, I fuck with them heavily because like they're trying to push the sonics, you know, like there's so much stale music a lot. So it's just really good that you got people who are trying to take risk and make new shit and just not be comfortable in the box. Like, okay, you know, you can stay in your bag and just like keep doing this, or you could just be on some like keep reinventing your entire like music and your sound. And then that's going to just make, that's going to make you have longevity in my opinion. If you just stay the same, it's like, damn, okay, cool, that might work for you, but if you're trying to get other people involved, you're trying to, you know, like you got to switch it up, especially out here, like on the West Coast. Like I love all the shit that we got, but I also feel like damn, we don't have enough people trying to just make something different, you know, that's gonna push us further because we have the same circles, the same boundaries. So it's like, you know, that's why I like Wondagurl's from Canada, you know, like I was trying to get producers from out here to fuck with me, and they're like, oh, bro, you know, you don't have enough clout or whatever the reasoning was. But it's like, there's other people who are trying to, you know, work with me. They see my talent, so why would I turn those opportunities down? Like, that's just how I view it. So
I agree. Like, I love the West Coast, but it can get very stagnant. Like,
it'll be
it's
extremely
that same
stagnant.
Traditional sound. Like, I like it, but like we can do more than
yeah,
that.
and people will like, you know, maybe like not even say you're like hating on it, because it's like, for me, I have songs that embody the entire spirit of what like that sound is, but then it's like the shit that's pushing me the furthest is like me being out of my comfort zone. Like, people from New York say, you know, when I did SOBs, they're like, yo, you're from Cali, but, you know, we don't really, like, they'll tell me, like, we don't really fuck with, like, West Coast shit out here like that, unless it's, like, classic shit.
Yeah.
So when it's, like, new stuff, you know, I don't think they could really name a lot of stuff. So, you know, the fact that they can mention me in there is, like, come on, dude. You know,
already
like,
pushed the boundary.
yeah, like, that means I'm doing my job right, you know? So it's, like, I have to keep that mindset going. I can't second guess my shit.
That's sick.
I wanted to ask, how'd you get, like, meet Wondagurl? Because I know she is from
Bro,
Canada.
okay, I'll tell you this story. Like, so it was literally, she did Crown for Jay-Z, and then she did Uptown for Travis, and I was going to West LA Community College at the time, because I went to Chatsworth High, and then I was going there for my first year, and she had like a Twitter, she was on her Twitter, she was like, send beats. It wasn't even meant for raps, I think. You know, maybe unless she was working with someone. So I just flooded her shit. I was like, yo, you know, here's all these songs I'm working on. And then she would just hit me like, keep sending. Like, just that's it. Nothing else. Like, no, like, oh, I'm hyping me up. She's like, keep sending. It was just stone cold, like,
Just keep
Jason
sending.
Bourne, yeah. and then, like, after like 4 emails, she was like, yo, this is my real number. Here's my other email. So I was like, oh, I was getting the, you know, the side. I was like, oh, damn. But then I was like, oh, we're even more lit now. We got the real email. and then she sent me Prestige. Like, that was like the first song we ever did. And it was ill because it wasn't like, okay, here's a beat, pay me for it. It was like, excuse me, it was like a challenge almost. It was like, here's this really dope ass beat. I had never rapped on anything. Like, I never had a beat in my possession, just on my own music. So the fact that she was like, let me see what you do with it. And then she's like, if it's dope, we'll put it out. If not, probably not put it out. So I was instead of being like, you know, trying to finesse around it, I was like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So when we cut it and she really enjoyed it, from that moment on, I was like, okay, that's how I'm going to do it. Like, every song, if she thinks of me when she makes something, I'm going to try my best to knock that shit out the park. So that way, that way it's just like, it's not about me coming to her with a bag on some desperate shit. It could just be like, yo, this is a song for your album. Okay, save a spot for me. Like, you know, I like that more. It's just more challenging. Like, because then if she's not challenging me and giving me the stamp before I put out songs, it's kind of like, you know, we're not entrusting each other. Like, that's how I feel.
You guys bring out the best in each other.
Absolutely. And then, so like, I sent music. She came to Cali. We started working on like Gundam 2. Like, that was like the entire project, her and Eastbound, like, executive produce. So the both of them, I was in my bag with them for like 9 months to almost like a year and a half of just, I would cook with other producers, but we just had songs on songs on songs. Like, and then we just shed it down to the last 6, like the best 6 that we could put together. So that almost taught me like how to structure your music properly. Cause I'm like, we got like 50 songs, but we're like, these are the best 6.
That's the way to do it.
Especially back in the day, like, you see a lot of artists trying to do that now. Their projects are really short, or they're like, you know, some people go extremely far with it. Some people, like Chris Brown, like, his album's gonna be like 30 songs.
God.
But I'm like, Chris Brown could do something like that, you know, like if Drake did, you know, with Scorpion, like, had the different sides, like, it's like, yeah, certain artists, they can pull that, you know. But since for the upcomers, it's like, dude, people aren't even, that's why everyone's on the minute 50 swag now. Like, yo, the song is just, that's it. You got it. Move on. Like, they're trying to make it, I don't know. I just think you got to be in that middle ground where, like, people will want to hear 3 verses from you, you know, not just hooks the whole time. Like, I don't know. You got to switch it up a little bit, man.
Yeah,
But I feel like they do that for the streams. They just do put so many songs on there just to get a game.
Just to get, but like,
monetize it. But it's too much. I agree. I like just.
It is, yeah, because I'd rather have an album like that's really full of like genuine content than just getting like force fed like McDonald's singles.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
You get me?
You said
Exactly,
it.
yeah. Like, because then I just know, like, oh, okay, you just cheated me out of my fucking my ear, my listen. You know?
My $9.99 on Apple Music.
Right.
For real though. So I was gonna ask you. Wondagurl's kind of like your mentor, right? You said that she's
I
your
always
sister.
I always say it's like a mentor thing. She is like family. Like, to be honest, like I met her mom, I met her sister, her brother. Like Eb's really like on a fam. Like if you know her, like she's not somebody that you can just easily impress with just like materialism or how fresh you are. Like it's really like how just decent of a person are you, which is why I think our music is always the hardest. Like whenever I do my shit, I swear like it just comes so like organically. Like I'm not forcing anything. Like even if she's in another country, she'll send me stuff, or I'll always be like doing my best outlook on it. Excuse me. So when like it just comes to us linking, like I don't have those relationships with a lot of people. Like everyone I cook with, Matthias Young, Martin Sky, Sean Leon, like all of these people are like they're like my best friends. So I feel like that's why it reflects why our music is so dope, and the synergy of it is because like aside from music, like I check up on these people. They check up on me. A lot of people don't. Some people do. Some people are consistent. Like I've never had problems with them, like ever. So that I consider that like I think a good like healthy way of having like so you don't feel like your music is like an occupation.
Yeah.
If you're making it with the people you really genuinely fuck with, then you can deal with the corporate stuff like. But if you don't have that, I feel like that's where it would get weird for me. Yeah. At least like, as a creator myself. So I'm just thankful to have. So I always say she's like a Yoda, because there'll be times where she'll just kick game like non-music stuff.
What has she taught you? Like what advice or like lessons?
Patience.
Patience is a big one.
Timing with records. Because put it like this, like I'll do something with her and I'll be like, we got to drop it now, today.
This is it.
Rough mix. Nah, it's a wrap. Master dog, just put it out. But she'll be like, Trey, like you could probably do this, and then I'm like, I could do that. That's the more noble route. I gotta wait longer, or I could just throw it out now. Nah, like even the record we just did, the Take a Guess song, I had that for 7 months.
Damn.
Release strategy is strong.
Yeah, I would always just be like, yo, M16, let's just go crazy with songs, everything. Yo, I'm like, yo, just Neo in the scene before they go upstairs. It's like, I want to be like that. But then she's like, well, we cut it in November. Damn. So had I put it out in November, I feel like the record just kind of would have been floating in the water. Not because the song's not dope. The song's like crazy, it's bananas. But like, I don't have anything to go with it. So like, a part of me was like, okay, well, let me just do it. And then I've done it for other things too, but especially for this one, I was like, come on, let's just let it go.
Empty the clip.
So then I was like, I didn't know the Jay Electronica show was gonna happen when we dropped the song. I just put the song out like, maybe something will come up like after. And then literally like 2 days, I'm like, yo. So imagine like now you have a single that's like kind of leading up to that, and it wasn't planned like that. So I was like, all right, well,
That's
shit.
crazy.
I mean, she just told me just to wait, and
She knew.
she kind of knew.
That's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
How did that come about then? They
'Cause
just heard the single and they're just like, okay.
Well, no, because I always get her approval before I put out anything. It's like you have like a select group of people that you send music to. Like I'll send it to my my dad, my cousin, other people. Be like, yo, what do you think? Not like because if they say no to it, it may not completely alter my opinion, but I just take it into account. Like I'll ask my brother, like even though he's literally like 8, I'll be like, yo, so what do you think about this? Because his input will just be reflect on his friends groups and everything. So honestly, it's just crazy. Like I think having that song for that long, because I was like, I need to leak it. 5 months in, I'm like starting to, go crazy, like mental breakdowns. Like, yo, just put the song out, man. People are gonna rock with it. But now I'm like, yo, at least I could keep playing it for that long. That's how I know I actually like it. And like, that was literally it. Like I texted it to her. I'm like, it's been 7 months and we both feel the same way. Oh, this shit could go.
Well, I was talking about the Jay Electronica show though. Like, how did that come about?
Oh, that came about because I get this email from Sean Healy Presents. They're like one of, honestly, if not the only company out here that'll help me with like bookings that I feel can, like for the last 3 to 4 years, they've helped me with like getting on shows and setting up my own shows. Like when I did my first shows at the Mint, they helped me do that. Like El Rey, they helped me do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So LA venues, they definitely helped me. Like everything else was more so through like friends or bookings. So they had said like, yo, we were just about to ask if you want to do the JLX show. Cause I was inquiring. I was like, oh, he's coming to Cali. Like, I just wanted to check out the show and like maybe even see if I could just check it, like see him perform live, because I've never seen him perform
On
live.
some fan shit.
Yeah, on some fan shit. Yeah, I'm like, I gotta see this nigga do Exhibit C. Like, I'm like, where's the album? I would just talk to him like, bro,
Where's the album?
the album? I know you. Yo, I'm up on all the.
We all gonna
all
die
the
before you
conspiracy
drop this
theories. I'm up on all the theories.
Honest.
Yo,
What was it like?
track
Twitter
list.
2014. He was like, I'm
Honest.
submitting it right now. It's
Exhibit
gonna be out
A,
tomorrow.
Yeah, like,
Yo,
We're his
and it's
fans.
yeah, exactly. So I was on some fan shit, like, yo, he's performing, and they're like, dude, we were thinking of hitting you up. So I was just so honored, like, just to know, like, damn, I got 20 minutes on the same stage. Like, I performed at the Troubadour one time before, so I was like, I know the venue. This is so ill. Like, he's gonna go on right after me, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like it hasn't truly hit me yet, because I'm like, damn, May 26th, like, oh, okay, it's, I'm prepping, like, I'm doing rehearsals and prepping for it now. But it's just crazy. Like, I'm really gonna be there, and he's gonna be in the shades, in the grill, like, in the shadows, like, really just watching, like,
Watching everything
like,
go
I'm
on.
like, damn, I grew up listening to you. It's like watching, like, Batman's in the corner,
Honestly.
just like,
Santa
just like, what are you
Claus.
gonna do? Like, what you gonna? So I'm like, shit. And it's just him and I.
Dang,
That
that's
is
crazy.
Maybe they'll like another opener last minute or something, but they're like, bro, right now it's just you and so I'm like, oh damn,
That's crazy.
First one going on stage, like,
That's
but
sick,
no,
bro.
I accept the challenge, because I'm like, dude, I want, it's like hip hop, so it's like they could have got, they could have had so many other artists, fill that slot, not even purely because of like a, like trying to be on some Who's Poppin' or any of that. It's just even better to know that they're like, yo, we thought of you for this show. You know what I'm saying? They considered me, and I was like, damn, that's so dope. Because there's a lot of young artists, I feel like, in Cali or just in general in hip hop who don't, the looks don't really match the music input. So it's just kind of like, that could have got clogged up. So I'm every day, literally, I'm having sessions. I just made new music. I might perform some new shit. Like the set list is crazy. So and Killhofer's with me too. So it's just,
shit.
yeah, it's just, honestly, it feels like the next step in your career, just to be considered.
Amazing.
Yeah.
No, really,
100%.
that's an honor. Like, you did that.
That's
You're gonna
fire.
be there.
You booked your own show.
Yeah, and like, I don't have
It was meant to be.
I don't have a manager, I don't have a booking agent. Like, Sean Healy is dope for the fact that, like, shout out Nelson and everybody over there too, just because they've seen me either perform or someone close to them who's doing tickets or accounting or anything. It's just like, I couldn't have been more honored. And like, now it's just crazy to think about it. Like, it could even lead to a potential collab.
That's what I was gonna say.
Just,
like, gonna
just a
that
bunch of
collab.
things. Cause I'm a spaz, like I'm coming with the black belt level work. Like, so it might even be on some like Miyagi honorable, like, like we might even be politicking, not even like talking about music. Just like, yo, dude, it might be that type of shit. So I'm every day. It's like, I'm on my Rocky shit right now. I'm trying to stop like smoking as much and like creation runs, trying to get
Yeah,
juices,
man.
like just really trying to
Inspiration.
get in the zone. Exactly. Cutting down like all the music I listen to. I'm not listening to like anything unless it's like my shit or stuff that's inspiring me. Like, I full on Rocky Balboa mode. It's that serious.
That's tight.
That's dope.
That's super tight.
So I got a question. So Gundam 2, I saw you had the Master Ball.
My man knows. Thank you.
What's good with this anime influence, bro?
Oh man, it was directly sourced from one trip. So my dad, he was performing in Japan for, honestly, my memory's so bad when it comes to what the actual, it was like a concert, but it was like an indoor thing / outdoor thing. So I had never been overseas at all. And I can't even remember. I was probably like 9 or 10, So my dad had taken me and he was out there for like literally a week. And when I went out there, I'd already been watching Gundam because he would come back from either touring or, come back from overseas with just like, I'd be running PlayStation 2 and he would bring back games that would just be like, I can't even read what the fuck this shit says. but it was so hard. Like, dude, I probably still have that somewhere, like just the copies, like he would just bring it back. Like he would bring back Ape Escape and all like things that we probably wouldn't be on like at that age. So I was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah, Ape Escape was a shit.
And then he brought back like Gundam and just a lot of like memorabilia, like whether it be like statues or DVDs. So when I went out there and I saw it for myself, I was like, oh my god, dude, like this is insane. Just connected, and then from there, like I felt like because they always had the anime always has the coolest colors, bro. The schemes, the the even song choices, like. the morals. Like there's a lot of deep messaging. And
Bro, the
stuff in
anime
it.
intros go crazy.
But I will say I think it's sad because like at the same time there's a lot of people who, you know, there's always gonna be people trying to bandwagon on any concept, any topic, right? But like with anime it's different because like you gotta really know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in sports or anything, like I feel like you can get hyped up, or you know, social media is so persuasive, but it's like anime, it's like if you don't know it, like, bro, you're like a super biter. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Facts.
like you're biting, but like you're
Facts.
super, like you don't even know what this is about.
Exposed.
Yeah.
Exposed.
Or and it's not like we're trying to put limitations and restrictions, but it's like I feel like I can connect with people. Why? Because that's something that's like, it's like if you like comic books, you know, why am I going to wait until Avengers Endgame comes out when I'm like, you know, let's say my dad, or for instance, or someone who's been reading like X-Men, Spider-Man, you know, edition ones, like shit like that. Like it's more rare. There's more nostalgia in it. So I really fucked with Gundam because Gundam to me was like, you wouldn't even know what that is unless you just already were on it. One.
Shout out Neo America.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm trying to get sponsored by Shonen Jump, bro. I need
that would be crazy.
It does. But see, like, you know, and then Gundam's highly underrated. Like, you know, like it would come on like Toonami and,
Yeah,
you know,
and
people, and I had the DVDs and shit. Like, and there's different series and different types of, you know, even like the mangas and shit. So it's like, for me, like I was so inspired by it because I was like, yo, they're killing it. Like, there's all these different types of animes, but I felt like Gundam just had something just raw, and you know, like if you knew about it, you're like, dude, this is just crazy.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
And the thing about like mech animes is they're not very popular.
Yeah, because it's
like
too much like Transformers, or it's
it just gets like overwrought and just like overplayed. But for somehow Gundam was just always
they were
to keep it like
they
original
were
and shit.
exactly. Yo, like they have giant statues, like, you know, like overseas. So it's like if it wasn't popping like that, and it's been out for like a long ass time.
Years.
So I honestly wanted to study that formula simply because I'm like, if their brand is able to keep it going that long, imagine if an artist can turn his shit. Because okay, if artists nowadays are focused on getting to the bag, right? They're like, I'm a brand and shit. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to learn from the niggas who work at Nintendo how to, because how long has Nintendo just been around? Like,
Right.
they've been securing the bag for like 70 plus generational bread. So I'm like, yeah, I picked up from Gundam. I was like, yo, the color schemes, the music, like all that stuff is like really dope. Because I'm like a visual type of person, you know?
Yeah, and anime is like extreme, just like eye candy, like
It's
visually,
super
stunning.
eye candy. Yeah, exactly. Especially now, like now that I'm like older and smoking, I went back and watched a lot of it. I was like, hey. next level, bro, for real.
I just wanna say I'm still the greatest Pokemon trainer.
Nah,
Oh
bro,
my
you don't
God.
want this, bro.
Bro, you don't want no smoke.
You don't want no
Hey,
smoke, bro.
you see Detective Pikachu yet?
Nah,
Bro, we got a mob for that one. We got.
I'm trying to see it too. You think it's gonna be good?
I mean,
Oh, Vic's like,
I feel
no.
like
Hey, dude. No, look. I'll give you my honest opinion real quick. Like, I think it probably will be good, but they got like that Sonic movie, bro. They gotta redo that
Ooh.
shit.
That
Trash.
was so bad.
I was gonna. I
Oh
was
my
text
God.
you on the side like,
and
what's
they better
good with
not
your
introduce
boy?
Golden
Yo,
Sonic
they
looking
made
sorry.
the nigga look like he's off a house arrest, bro. Like Sonic doesn't look like that, bro. That's like Sonic, like when he hasn't ran in like 6 months, and then he comes out the house. Like, if that's the backstory, then fire. But like, yo, they just started him off looking like that. Like,
Rugged as hell.
they try to
Where's
kill.
Sonic? Why did they do him like that? Honestly, though, I was a big fan.
they
Golden
just-
Sonic and
But
shit.
look, they said they have to go back and redo
No,
it.
no, that's crazy.
Because they're
That-
like, Twitter literally roasted our movie so hard.
that's some
They should
influence.
redo it.
But
That
that's
is-
crazy.
influence
I'm like,
right
damn, we
there,
should have had
bro.
this for a whole bunch of other movies.
You
like,
fat. Let's all just every time some shit
Every
looks
time-
trash, let's
right.
just come together.
when if the trailer is trash, niggas could, we could delegate and be like, pass or no. I don't know.
It's a
That's where you
wrap.
present your ideas now. Like you come to Twitter, drop your idea.
Drop your
Honestly,
idea. People rock
before
with
you
it.
invest,
You know it's
before
flying
you
off the
invest.
shelf.
Yeah.
It's flying.
Honestly, I was gonna ask you. You worked at Good Music. You in Pusha T's studio, right?
I work. Okay, it's
Go to
it's not
tell
it's not Push's studio. It's
Mhm.
it's actually it was good music like for artists that are signed to the label, and then people who come in and just want to book. So the crazy thing about it was I had first found out about it. Shout out to homie Che Pope. He's still heavily involved. He was the ex-president, or used to be the president. So he called me over for a session, and then I had walked into the studio. So first time you really go, like, you don't ever really get a chance to, like, I don't know. I mean, you might see some wild shit, but like anytime I've been invited, it never popped off the way it did for this, because he was too casual. But he's like, yeah, just come through. Like, I was like, okay, bet. I pull up. It's like I can't even figure where the entrance is. I'm like texting him. Nothing. I'm like, oh damn, bro. I feel like, is this like a test or something? Am I supposed to climb somewhere? Like,
It's a secret
I'm like,
trap
yeah,
door.
it's like look within yourself, like riddles on the ground and shit. Like, so I end up going in, and then it was so funny because he was just like, he hit me with the ultimate, like, I'm gonna fuck you up real quick. He's like, yo man, how's everything going? Good. Yo, let's just go in this room real quick. Just push it, just chilling. With one of his homies, and I'm like, oh no, like I thought this was the kitchen. It's like walking through this door right here, I'm just being like, oh no, like, you can't express it,
That's
so
a
you gotta
surreal
just be
moment.
like,
I'm here.
all right, man, what's up, bro? Like, I'm not like even saying I'm down, like I want to, be happy, and I'm just like, I can't, like, I just can't pull it out of me. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my god.
So I just say what's up, and then I play Chase some music, and then funny enough, I was going to LA Film. I dropped out of West LA, was doing like shows in the US and stuff, and then I was like, I'm gonna go back because I want to really challenge like my engineering and get better with like just that, like even producing, like because that was something I wanted to get more involved in. And so I go to LA Film, and then I get an email from my studio manager who's like, yo, I saw you applied for the intern position. So then I connected the dots, like, oh shit, I just went to the studio that I applied for this internship. I was like, oh, I'm the coldest, bro. Like, I was like, this is crazy. And they, neither of them like knew. So it was like one was for the music, and then another one was just for like a position. So I was like, oh, bro, that's how you know.
That's fire.
Then when I'm there, I see Killhofer, and Killhofer's like, what are you doing here? I was like, I work here now. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I'm here. Like, you try to get rid of me. And
It's not happening.
but I was there for, a year and a half, and
Damn.
I was there literally until like the very end. And it was, I saw some of the craziest things as far as like meeting producers, meeting engineers. I did a lot of my Hero album, like when I started it there, I did Blue Eyes White Dragon Flow there. That's the only song I cut from the album, but I would just go there a lot. And if I wasn't working, like, helping with like sessions and stuff, like I would just be in there just really tapping in, like, damn, I'm really inspired. Like I had a good ass day. Like, I handled my business. So just being around it, I feel like I did a listening session there too, so it was really, honestly, I feel like it just made me colder as an artist. You get me? Because you don't have a lot of people who get to, like be around that stuff, and for it to be like, because we like your music, or, even though we may not tell you, you should just automatically know because we allow you to be around certain stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you start to pick up on that. Like, nothing's really said to you. It's more so shown in like actions and stuff. So it's like, I wouldn't be there questioning, like, does anyone like me? Like, it's not for that. Like,
You're here.
You're here for a reason. Like, I wouldn't have met the people I've met. Killhofer wouldn't even like that allowed us to get closer, because you have to think like, this man's worked on like Watch the Throne and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
and give you a verse,
like,
right? That's
and he
how
did a
that
verse, and I got him to do a verse for me for the album. So it's like
first ever, right?
first ever Killhofer verse.
That's fire.
Ever, because that's like some nerdy stuff, like
So
people don't
tight.
read the credits, or they're like, they don't know I just got this dude who just did like Graduation, like Dark Twisted, like
Yeah.
College
Classics.
Dropout,
Classics.
Jesus,
Classics.
classics, and he's like, yeah, I'm down to do the verse. I was like, yo, when he first told me that, I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. I was like, because I wanted to send the song. I wanted to get Pusha on a song, and then it broke my heart when I saw Pusha again. He's like, I don't even remember you.
Oh.
And
He
That
went
hurt.
through, like,
nah, because think of how many people. Nah, you can't be sick, but you can't be sick by that. Because how many people does
They
he
see
meet?
that.
You know?
Yeah,
And,
no,
and for me, for that moment, I was like, oh shit. But in reality, like, it was probably like I was probably fucking up his workflow or something. But I appreciate Shay doing it just simply because I was like, if I may see him in the future, and he may just be like, oh wow, like I didn't even, that story happens a lot. Like, I would email Anthony for 3 years, and then
Dang.
imagine, those 3 years later, had I known that he would do a verse, be like DJing for me, helping out, like I wouldn't have believed you. You get me? So
Yes.
so I don't know. I think it's like some full circle, like, I was like being annoying because I was like, yo, man, I feel like you would, you and I could like, we can get like a bromance going. And you would fuck with my music. And then I just felt like through just me grinding and just like not sleeping for weeks and going hard. And, like it just taught me like now it's just a different respect level, It's like a mutual like, damn, I know he's got some stuff,
And he's DJing for you at the J Show, right?
He's definitely DJing for me.
Full circle, just like
That's
you said.
dope.
This is the 3rd show that we'll be doing together.
That's
Damn,
sick.
I love it.
And that's crazy. Like he'll put me onto so many things, man. Like 'cause you gotta, he went on tour with Kanye too. So it's like, I don't know. It's just like, there's just not a lot of OGs like that who are willing to like bring you in to stuff like that, unless it's like, give me all of your percentages. Or it's like, I'm going to take everything from you. Like, it's not like that. Like, this man is like a family dude. Like, he's really, he's down to the core. Like, he doesn't have to tell me anything, So when he gives me advice or like, I just recorded like some shit for my album I'm putting out like next year. And I sent it to him. And like, if he hits me back in like an hour, I'm like, okay, this is some shit. If he doesn't, like, days later or something, I'm like, okay, I knew it. It's not. I learned that when working on the album. Yeah. So now I don't even know, like, I don't even, annoy him like, yo, I need to hit you with this. Like, I just know when I have something that I'm like, yo, give me your honest advice. Is it trash? Is it amazing? Good? Horrible? Keep it moving. Like, So shout out Killhoffer, man.
That's
super mentor, just like Ebony,
Yay.
That's tight.
That's dope. That's really dope.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
I'm so sad, but like we really have to wrap this up now.
No,
like,
go ahead.
I'm so sad. Like we were barely getting started. I feel like
I've been over here yapping away. So
Nah, man.
No.
You just dropping gems.
We're so happy to have you today.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for stopping by and
Come
sharing
on,
everything.
absolutely.
With us.
We
You have to come
definitely
by
love to
again.
have you
Like,
back,
Yeah,
bro.
we
We
do
gotta
like
have
a
you
part
back.
two
Let me
or
come back.
something.
Yeah, exactly. Another day for
Honestly.
sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely, bro. Because we got to
just
talk
went
more
way
Yu-Gi-Oh
too
and
fast.
Pokemon and
Don't even.
all
All
that.
I
You
know,
Mom,
hey,
see
but we
that?
talked about the right things though.
Yeah.
For sure.
We really-
There's gonna be
covered
people
the
like,
essential.
oh, yo, the topics are insane. I don't know. We covered our ground, man. I think we did pretty solid.
You want to let everybody know where they
Thank
can
you for
find your
coming,
music
bro.
at?
Oh yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Tre Capital. On Twitter, it's Tre Capital. On Instagram, it's Trecap DLX, TRECAP DLX. My website is Tre.capital. Literally, you Google search Tre Capital, like all my shit will pop up.
Okay, dope.
Streaming services, Tre Capital.
Across the board.
Perfect. You
Trey.
own your name.
Need I say more?
yeah.
The name shows the weight. You get me?
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for
you,
having
bro.
me. Yeah, let's
Man,
let's
thank
set up
you
like
for
a
coming.
part two
Part
for
two.
sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
part
definitely.
two,
It's coming, guys.
Definitely.
Thanks for tuning in.
Shout out, yo, everybody stay safe. Have a good night. Thank you.